Alderman Clark.
Okay. Right, I've got a motion which you'd all be familiar with, having seen it at previous council meetings. I've adjusted it slightly from the one that wasn't discussed previously. When I brought this motion up in the first place, it was the reason I brought it up in other business was because of the timeliness. There was a cut-off date for making application to the Territory Government to oppose the licence for the mining at exploration at Angela and Pamela sites. I still believe that the first two parts of this motion are relevant, and I strongly advocate for them. And I've also added a Part C, and also the first paragraph of the background information is new information as well. Part A is that Council writes to the NT Government Mining Minister objecting to the Cameco and Paladin being granted the licence to explore for uranium at the Angela and Pamela sites. And Part B is that it should not be allowed to proceed. So you can see the two parts there. These are both strongly against the licence being granted. And if you look at the list of objections, reasons to object, which are listed there in the pages before you, you would have received today some correspondence from Paladin, which was passed on, and Cameco, which was passed on to all aldermen, and in it they actually did go through these most of these objections and gave their reply. I found some surprising things in their reply. One was that they talked about 2 leaks that they had experienced in recent years, not a 3rd leak. The other thing is that the Cigar Lake one is waiting for approval for them to remove the water that's been flooded in under the mine. So we actually haven't heard what level of contamination has been experienced in that water under the mine, because at the moment it's still too unsafe for people to go in and extract, so they haven't had the permission to do that. So they've actually been sitting for 2 years on top of one of the largest uranium resources in the world, and they haven't been able to go in and get it. So there must be something very seriously wrong there for that to occur. They have admitted to mistakes over the past 2 years, and these are mistakes that can't be fixed. So I believe that as local government members, we need to seek assurances from the Territory Government that there has been a full investigation into what potential dangers that lie there for Alice Springs. And that's the reason why I have put item C in my motion, that we request a report from the Minister of Mining, Chris Nat, outlining a guarantee that a plan's in place to ensure exploration shafts and the mining will not be flooded, and a guarantee that air and underground water will not be contaminated by the substantial drilling. When they, in the information that we received today, there was discussion about water. They said 10,000 litres of water would be required for every 100 metres of drilling. But if you remember when they were speaking to us recently, there was discussion about drilling 600 metres below the surface. So if you do your maths just for one drill hole, that could be a substantial amount of water that will be required just for exploration. The long-term benefits, we were told was that 200 jobs could be provided for Alice Springs in the long term. When you look at the huge number of jobs that we have currently in Alice Springs for our main industries of tourism and other forms of